Hey, how are you? Here are some books I found at Goodwill. This is very exciting, guys, because we're gonna paint on book pages. Yeah, okay? Isn't that so on brand for me? It really is. I mean, I am destroying books, but they're really old from Goodwill, and they smell really bad, and they're mostly about gardening. I did pick up some, like, children's fairy tale-ish books, and, but again, I looked them up, and they're not, like, anything special. That's scary. What was that? The who will know. I definitely look through these and pick pages, but there's Alice in Wonderland. Some of them I'm gonna do different things with where it doesn't matter what it says on there. But some, if I'm just painting on just one page, where you can still kind of see the words, because I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm gonna do watercolor on a bunch of these so that you can kind of still see through there. But yeah, I don't want any, like, whatever that was, a picture of a little demon on there. No thanks. So, but moving on. I started ripping some of the pages out, and some of the paper, like this book, it has kind of a shinier, no wait, that's the good one, where it's just very papery feel. Yeah, that makes sense. But I couldn't decide if I liked it. There was a lot of pictures. And sometimes I think that's fun, but also I'm drawing the pictures. That's my job. I just want words. I could not figure out how to rip these out without ruining the page. I got a box cutter. That kind of worked, but yeah, that didn't. There I am being upset. I got out the gouache paint, and then I don't know why, because now we're ripping up the paper. I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do and how to make it look best. And then I got the paper cutter out and I just cut off I like the ripped paper look, but sometimes it was uneven and I need it to be straight, or it like ripped weird. And so I just went through this one. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I cut that into a 5x7 because I only liked part of the page. I just went page by page because they're all different and it was different for each one. And some, if it ripped perfectly, I just left it like that, which there weren't many like that, because I was good about it for like most of it, and then to the very end it always ripped a little bit more to where it would be uneven, and then I would be like, no thank you, please. Also, those are the ones just now. Those are kind of a more magazine-ish feel, which it still worked. But the watercolor definitely did better on the kind of unfinished, rougher paper, which obviously. And here I go. I haven't honestly tried. My first thought was to do gouache paint. And then I said, just kidding. I'm doing watercolor. Watercolor is just easier. And I was already kind of like stressed and I didn't know what I was doing. So I was in a watercolor mood too. And here I go. I like that you can see the words still somewhat, because if I cover it up too much, I think it would be fun though to do a more solid, like, acrylic, but also I don't want to do too thick of a paint, because then this paper is thinner, which when I sell these I'm gonna do a backing board for each one, so that'll be great. But now this is the 5x7 I cut up. I like to look at the titles of the page. What do you call that? Where it has the page number and then the whatever chapter it is. And I liked that one said design with plants, because I too am designing with plants, just not actual plants, ones I made up. I think that's fun. So that also decides for me what side of the paper I'm using a lot of the times too, if I don't know, is whether I like the title at the beginning. At the top better, which side. But like this one, I'm obviously using this side because there are pictures on the other one and I don't want that. I love these colors. I'm just, going for it. I've also been doing this, a lot of the times I do flowers in all in the center and just like a ton of flowers and then leaves just on the outside. But I have been loving doing kind of sparse, different sized flowers and then the more leaves and like stems and stuff. I think that's fun, and I really like how it looks with these especially. Plus, now I just like can't stop doing it. I'm doing it with everything, and I really like it. But this one, again, I still haven't found tape. Somebody reminded me of frog tape. Is that what it's called? The paint tape? It's green. I used to use that forever ago when I used to make chevron paintings. I would tape down and it would like almost never work. One time it did really well. Maybe I can, no, I don't want to figure out how to insert a picture, sorry. I could, but what you know that, you know me. Do you? If you do, you know that I don't care to figure that out. It's okay. At least I'm here. I'm here, you're here. What are we doing right now? Are you good? What's happening? Did I mean to delete this? I think I did. Hold on. Now I'm bringing in the Copic markers. That's fun. I was like, you know what? The paper will like markers way better than the water. The watercolor was doing fine, honestly. I mean, of course it'll like ripple the paper a little bit, but the markers worked really well. I need to do this more. I also haven't been using markers a lot recently. You know, I rediscovered them and I was using them all the time. Here I am doubting where I always do this. I just hold my pencil there. I'm like, ooh. Because I always go in with like half a plan. And then once I put pen to paper right before, I'm still making that decision. I know I just changed whatever I was talking about I don't know what I was talking about, so it's okay. I know what I was talking about way before that, and me putting that tape on there just reminded me. I still don't have tape for my paper. I don't like to do borders, so I still don't really know how to hold down the paper, because what I've been doing is a rolled up, you know, the little where you tape it to itself and a little loop and then stick it behind the paper to whatever you're doing. That's what I've been doing and it's been working, honestly. But I did discover that this washi tape does not stick to that dumb notebook I'm resting this on, which is stupid. So I ended up taping a piece of paper to the sketchbook or notebook, and then I taped whatever my paper that I'm working on onto that paper, and then it works. The edges still come up a little bit, but what do you want from me? What do I want from me? I don't know. A lot more, but we're doing the best we can. So I'm outlining. I did a bunch of fun colors. Look at that. And then I decided to outline in blue, the dark blue. I like doing that. It looks pretty. And that was weird. I keep getting weird shots, and as, you know what, get used to the weird angles. It's, of course, actually, these aren't bad right now. I talk about this every time, I'm sorry. I don't even know okay, shut up. As I'm watching this, it's reminding me that I need to do more with markers. Because, like watercolor, because of the brush and just the way it is, it feels more carefree and I can just make marks wherever I want and it always looks fine. And acrylic paint is not that way. Not really. Usually it's just different, and it works really well with the style that I've been liking doing recently. And I really haven't done acrylic. I am working on a big painting that's acrylic paint, and I haven't worked with it in a while, acrylic paint, and I was like, wow, I like them all really, they're all different, for each different look and style and vibe. But I definitely want to do markers more. And now I'm bringing this one back. I decided to outline in this. I got these pens for journaling. They're kind of like Micron pens, but not. It's just a different brand I found, but I really liked this one where it's It's like a brush tip of the pen, but it's not, it doesn't move. Which there is one like that. There's a Micron one like that, but which I like that one too. But these have done good. And I'm outlining away. This is the first main one I did, I think. Yeah. It's just watercolor and then this pen. And I added little black detailed vines because sometimes it needs that, you know? And I'm just going and I'm outlining and I'm having a fun time. I do like the brush shape. That's what I think I love paint pens. When I outline, I start outlining flowers with Posca paint pens. But there is something about the brush tip of the pen that kind of lets you get, I like the different width of the lines. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes with Posca pens, you know, it's all the same. It's, I wonder if Posca has like brush tip pens. Who knows? By brush tip, I mean like the tapered, longer tip of the pen. You know what I'm saying? I say that too much. You know what I'm saying? And then I always say, I don't either. And I always say, no you don't, and I don't either. It's a joke we have, you and me. You and I. You and I. We don't want to be like this. That's a One Direction song for anybody out there. Sorry for that. Now we're back to this one, and these colors are fun. I've also been having fun with colorful colors. Yep, colorful colors. That is a way to describe it. And my favorite thing has been watercolor with colored pencil outlining. And throughout this, you'll see me struggle with this dumb washi tape. You see that? It kept lifting. As I said, it just does not stick to this book. And I was refusing to fix that other than just put more tape and hope for the best. But it's okay. Back to talking about watercolored and colored pencil. I can't get enough of it. I love how it looks. I love doing a darker version of whatever watercolor color there is. That's my favorite. Sometimes I go in with like just a black pencil over everything. But this sure is fun. We got some purple, some reddish pink, and some blue, and that green. Love that for us. I'm just going back and forth, coloring and scribbling away, and having a great time. As I'm sitting here and kind of looking at the words, it reminded me that it's funny because I don't actively read them, the pages, but I'm looking at them. So I made a joke in one of my TikTok videos that maybe I'll pick up some gardening tips because I kind of briefly scanned the paper just to kind of see what it says, but I'm not really reading it, but who knows? Maybe I'll become a gardener and these books will be put to use. Okay, well, somebody used them. I ordered some from thrift books. I've been looking on eBay. It's fun. Except, you know what's annoying? Is when they don't show you what the inside of them looks like. I need to know. Are there pictures? Are there not? Are they shiny pages? Are they not? Which I guess I need to go in person, but I don't go outside. I do. I just don't. Where our Goodwill is, the shopping center, it stresses me out. I don't like driving. We don't need to get into that. But this is almost over. It's going to cut off. I love you so much. See you later. Bye. Okay.